So you're leaving the Beanie Babies, the Earring Tree, and the Butt Master.
It was late at night. Couldn't sleep. Infomercials.
That's how I ended up with a rotato.
You know, this is the good thing about moving in with a man, starting a whole new grown-up relationship, is that you can leave your embarrassing stuff behind. It's like leaving your lesser self. Starting fresh, clean slate. I love it. Yeah, just one Beanie Baby, the dolphin. I want you to keep this for me.
Is it somebody's ashes?
It's a getaway box.
Get away from what?
You know, living with Luke isn't going so hot. I need to get out in a hurry. I don't have to stop and pack stuff. Ruins the whole dramatic exit.
So if it doesn't work out with Luke, you're living with me?
No, I'm just gonna come pick up the box. Maybe I'll spend one night.
Oh, so romantic.
I've never lived with anybody before. It makes me nervous. You of all people should understand.
Just because my relationship went down in flames doesn't mean that yours is going to.
And if it does, at least you know there's no chance Luke will end up being your boss.
Hey, I am totally okay with the my ex is now my boss thing. Tom is professional. I am professional. It's all very professional. Seriously. We are both very okay with this. But since you brought up the subject of work.
No, she didn't bring up work. She brought up Tom. We're taking a work break.
Which means no discussion of the Kiss Me Not Killer.
I never 100% agreed to that.
What's left to discuss? We have nothing. No DNA, no fingerprints, no fibers. I don't even know who she is, the poor girl.
We're missing something. No killer is that good. They always make a mistake.
Not this one. Not yet.
Lindsay, I'm not saying you shouldn't do everything in your power to bring this son of a bitch down. You should. We all should, and we will, but you need to be able to put it away sometimes. Like, for example, now. Let's just try be in the moment.
You're the one with the getaway box. This can't be good. Boxer.
Bernhard.
Washburn.
We're in the process of disconnecting the car, so the electricity had to be turned off.
I don't know how much we can do in the dark.
Somebody's working on a generator. Watch your step.
Wish I had a getaway box for this.
Three dead, 6 gunshot wounds from what appear to be a .38. My guess is one killer with good aim and coordination.
Noreen Davenport. Looks like she was running for the door, but her heel broke. She might have made it.
Never run in Jimmy Choo's.
Still holding her BlackBerry, but wallet stripped to cash, and the tan line says she was wearing a lot of jewelry.
Oh, look. Sock from before socks were invented. Hey, put this in evidence with the 4 condoms and the calcified raisinette.
Tell me that leg was already missing.
I think he left it in Iraq. Carlos Fuentes from his dog tags. He fought hard here, too. The shot through his hand is a defensive wound.
And then there's Rodney Boyce. Never knew what hit him.
Go green t-shirt, hemp bag. Kid was fighting for a perfect world.
He's there now.
Right by the size of that boot print, safe bet is our killer is a man.
What are you thinking? Spree killer?
No, spree killer doesn't boost things from a crime scene. This guy's organized and precise. Boot print is all he left behind?
That and the forensics from the last 50 people who passed through the car.
Subway is shut down indefinitely. Mayor's on his way. Got a press conference. What do you got?
Well, we don't even know yet if there's an intended target. The victims all seem unrelated.
All right, get Unis to search the other subway cars for a murder weapon, trash receptacles, anything.
Jacoby's on it.
We have to disconnect the subway car, move it downtown.
It's in the works.
What's Claire got?
Well, what doesn't she have? There's too much information.
All right. Politics on this are going to be endless. You should find me when you have anything at all.
Of course.
I can't talk about the case, but it's big. I don't know when I'll be home again. Honey, let me call you back.
What are you doing down here?
I'm with Lindsay Boxer. She's expecting me.
Excuse me? Where do you think you're going?
Hey, Jill, it's great to see you.
Yeah,
How did you get find the uniforms? I told them I had a relationship with Lindsay.
You have a very loose definition of relationship.
Not according to my last boyfriend.
Yeah, you have to leave.
Oh, no, this happened very quickly, so I didn't have time to alert you. I am on the crime desk at the Register now.
You should be behind that desk as we speak. You'll get all the details at the press conference along with everybody else. Jill, I need to talk to you.
It's Nice Kwan, Cindy Thomas from the Register. As Criminal Division Chief, how does your office plan to proceed?
A reporter on the crime scene.
I am a crime reporter.
She was just leaving.
Look, sorry to throw you into the deep end here, but you were the only one to answer the phone. Obviously, I'm gonna reassign this in the morning. Just take good notes.
Why would you reassign it?
Never handled anything of this magnitude.
I have a 98% conviction rate on every case where I was lead counsel. If you take me off of this, I'll have to challenge that decision.
Wow, from hello to over my head, and it feels like I just got here. Okay, I'll give you a shot. But you might wish I hadn't.
Okay, bring her in, Art.
I just need you to confirm this is Rodney Boyce.
God.
God.
Yes, it's Rodney. He's a temp worker, but we were going to offer him a position. So much promised, that kid. First in, last out, every day.
We've been unable to locate his family. The only ID he had on him was his employee card.
I think he was from Wisconsin. I'll check my records.
Okay. What was the nature of his work at Lazar Software?
Whatever needed doing, he was there to learn.
About?
Small business, my case, software inventory and billing systems. I'll tell you more, but it usually clears dinner parties.
If you could get us the personal information, we'll handle notifying the family. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lazar.
So I just subpoenaed the personnel records of 250 BART employees. If any one of them so much as threatened a subway rat, I'll know about it. Where are you guys?
Buried. But I can tell you that the shoe print is a rubber outsoled army boot, which doesn't exactly narrow the field.
I also pulled a court record on Carlos Fuentes. Nothing much, some gang activity in his youth. He chose Army over prison when he got busted.
Where he performed well and got glowing reports. I spoke to his company commander. I have yet to notify his next of kin.
God, it's so sad. He survived gangs in his youth. Survived IEDs over there. Talk about life's not fair.
What about Noreen Davenport?
Some really good work on her face. Easily 50,000 bucks worth, and that's just above the neck. And the blouse cost as much as the extension on the house.
So why is she riding the train?
Who ID'd the body?
Her sister, who mentioned an ex-husband, and it did not sound like an amicable split.
It's worth checking out. And speaking of ex-husbands, Tom is hoping that we can eliminate the spree killer idea ASAP. Is there any way that you can help me out with that?
Well, sure, if you don't need, I don't know, facts to back it up.
The BART is up and running, but people are too scared to ride it. The city is shutting down from gridlock. Department of Transportation is having a meltdown.
Well, I can't give you what I don't have.
I know. Okay, thanks. Come on, where'd you get the address?
Tom has a snitch in Los Santos, Carlos's former gang. Says Fuentes is a brother living here, Alberto. He's the only Mexican I could find. And don't look at me like I'm cheating on you because I talked to Tom.
Well, have I not said that Tom and I are good?
Your turn.
God, I hate notifying family. I don't even deal well with my own pain. Fuentes? Anybody home?
Check around back. Oh, nice. A canine welcoming committee. Doors open.
Mr. Fuentes? San Francisco Police Department, can we talk to you?
Get down. There he goes.
Stay out! Stay out!
Run from the police.
Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot me.
Guessing he already knows about his brother.
Lindsay, the point is, why would he kill his brother, not to mention two strangers?
Carlos left Los Santos 3 years ago, but you're still active.
Just kidding.
We know what happens when someone leaves a gang. They're marked. I've been to a few of those funerals.
I know you're still mad about the gun thing.
The gun thing? You mean where my partner and I were almost killed? That gun thing?
Alberto is not your subway killer.
Did you not tell everyone in Los Santos that your brother was dead to you?
Look, they hated him for getting out. Me too, maybe. But it was righteous. What he did, going to Iraq, kicking ass over there, coming back all busted up. You don't mess with a guy like that.
He's still booked for attempted murder. For the gun thing.
Hey, take it. It's for you. Oh, hey, don't attack. It's me.
I need another reason.
Information in the subway killings. Look, I figure we could work out a quid pro quo. I give you this. You give me, you know, whatever. I'm open. Okay, listen. My editor is screaming at me to write a 2-page spread entitled "Spree Killer on the Rampage."
It's not a spree killer.
Hey, you know that for a fact?
My gut does.
See, the thing is, Spree Killer sells papers. If you were to give me something else, I could help with the spin. Rodney Boyce, the temp at Lazar Software, had a police record.
I didn't get a hit on him.
Canada. He was arrested for assault on a police officer. Well, okay, technically a Mountie.
What was he doing in Canada?
Fun place to go when you're in trouble with the law, plus the beer. Anyway, it's a lead.
It's a bribe.
You're gonna miss me when I stop coming around.
Give me a chance to find out.
This is obviously top priority. I've got 15 additional officers in the BART, and I've got my best inspectors working.
What's going on?
I think Tom's getting a taste of being lieutenant.
I have it.
The chief and the mayor, not just their people. Now, do you want Tom's job?
I don't even want mine. I just spent hours with the surveillance tapes from the BART platform and got nothing. How's it going with the Fuentes kid?
I don't like him as a killer. He emptied a clip on us and didn't hit a thing.
I like that in a shooter. Well, I finally pulled all the info from Noreen Davenport's BlackBerry. The woman could talk a lot about nothing. But this transcript is good. It's to her ex-husband, threatening to sue him for having the 7 Series towed from her driveway the night before the murders.
Explains why she was on the train. What are his responses?
I don't know. He tends to ignore her.
I know how that feels.
You busy?
Overwhelmed. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just in the building, you know, trying to get the Fuentes kid off on a bogus attempted murder charge.
And you want me to talk to Lindsay?
Well, yeah. But I also think the two of us should talk.
Oh. Hanson, be a guy. A guy never wants to talk.
Look, I know your situation. I don't expect you to dump your ER doc over me. But if you were to dump him for some other reason, like he's a workaholic with a God complex,
Hanson,
then come find me.
listen, we're not gonna deal in the Fuentes kid, so you can just forget it. Now, if I were you, I'd leave unless you want to stick around to meet Denise's dark side.
Trust me, I've seen it.
I can't believe that she called the cops on me. I mean, I admit I shouldn't have towed her car, but Noreen keeps stonewalling.
Mr. Davenport, that's not why we called you to come in. Noreen was killed. She was one of the victims in the subway murders.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear God. I did this to her. I didn't mean that. She was on the subway because of me, because of the car.
Mr. Davenport, the language of her emails to you was pretty extreme.
Yeah, well, that was Noreen's way of keeping a relationship going. She couldn't accept that I moved on.
When you say moved on, you mean you're remarried?
Yes. Almost a year.
So you have no strong feelings for your ex-wife?
Am I a suspect?
Understanding the victim helps us understand the crime.
No, I didn't have any strong feelings towards her. But I didn't want her to die.
know if you'd be home.
Yeah, tag team in Marin County. Send some people to help out. Where are the kids?
Homework upstairs.
Has anybody eaten?
I always talk of pizza.
Have a bad day today?
You don't want to know.
Is that why you're not at physical therapy?
I can't predict when I'm gonna feel like this, Claire.
And even when you do feel this way, you have to keep going. The doctor said
Look,
there was...
This whole one foot in front of the other thing is easier for some people than others.
You're telling me? I've been staring at the body of a disabled vet who fought like an Olympic warrior to save his own life. And you can't make dinner. Hey, can it wait?
We got the murder weapon. Eunice found it in a storm drain 4 blocks away from the BART station.
I'm on my way.
Yes, so as soon as we confirm it is not a spree killer, I will give you a call back. Yes, sir. No, sir, Hello?
Grumpy mayor?
Turns out that man has a silver platter, which he just handed me with my ass all over it.
Sorry.
Part of the job. Can't take it personal. Lee, is that what I think it is?
Do you think it's the murder weapon?
I do.
Then it is what you think it is.
You know what this means?
That you can call the mayor back.
And give him what?
Good news.
Very good news. Come on. We're gonna solve this case. The city is gonna get back to normal. Things are looking up. Come on, give me a little shimmy.
This is so not professional. Is it the mayor again?
It's the chief. Going to make threats on my job if we don't solve this case. We are gonna solve this case, right?
I'm working on it.
Hello, Chief. Yeah, no. Actually, we have found the murder weapon. Yes, sir.
Claire says it's a match on all 3 victims. The bad news is it's unregistered and untraceable.
Did you go home last night?
No, can you tell?
You look fine.
The good news is I spent the night running all the stores that sell army boots like the ones our killer was wearing. I found one that's been busted twice in the past year for selling illegal firearms. Seriously, am I, like, haggard? Is it dark circles? What?
You're fine. There's a solid lead. Have you told Tom?
Well, I was on my way. Should keep the mayor off his back for at least an hour.
How's that going? It's still professional?
Oh, yeah, he's moved on. I've moved on. It's all good.
Yeah, this is...
Hi. Oh, do you need Tom?
No, not at all.
Lindsay, this is Heather. Heather Lindsay.
I assumed.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Brought me a fresh shirt since I worked all night.
It's a beautiful shirt.
Italian.
She's trying to upgrade me.
Just your clothes.
Just, yeah. Did you need me?
It can wait. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thank God I've moved on. Because if I hadn't moved on, that would have been awkward. Seeing him half naked in front of his fiancée, Heather.
Do you need me for this conversation?
Surplus store, you coming?
Yeah. Were you up all night?
I'll meet you in the motor pool.
I don't sell guns.
Not legally, anyway.
Listen, you sell guns, you don't sell guns. We're just trying to find the murderer. As long as you're not him, you're good.
Really? Because one more citation, ATF shuts my store down.
I will not call ATF on you, I promise. Is that the Marine Corps? You were in the Marines, weren't you, Jacoby?
Yeah, trained in Paris Island.
Yeah? Me too. Well, different decade, though. You deployed to Nam?
You're hilarious.
One of the victims was a vet. He lost his leg in Iraq, only to die at the hands of some lunatic on the subway. It's not exactly a hero's end, right?
You really not gonna turn me in? Biker guy came in looking for a .38. Nice enough guy, kind of a camo freak. Said he needed it for protection. Calls himself Mad Dog.
Biker named Mad Dog, yeah. It narrows it down, yes.
Mad Dog Vinny. That's all I know.
You got an address?
Tenderloin District. Maybe.
You were good.
Look, who'd ever buy me as a Marine? I have a titanium hip, and I was a kid when the war ended. I was.
You call ATF on that guy?
You can't. You promised.
Hey! This is where the murder weapon came from?
You know, there is a fine line between investigating and stalking.
Hey, look, this isn't just a police matter. You're accountable to the public whose tax dollars pay your salary. Now, you can keep stonewalling me, or we can find a way to help each other.
Off the record.
Of course.
Biker named Mad Dog. And if I see that in print, you'll be held accountable to me, which is so much worse than being held accountable to the public.
You won't be sorry.
We're going on day 3 with nothing, Jill. Tell me why I shouldn't pull this from your desk.
Because you'd have to start from scratch. Because I have a far better working relationship with the detectives than anyone in our office.
And yet I still have nothing to report to my boss, who in turn has nothing to report to his boss, the mayor, who in turn has nothing to report to the people who elected him.
I get the whole chain of command.
Then act like it.
Girl talk.
Here's your warrant. This better be the right Mad Dog. Let's leave it at that.
Listen, this guy's been hauled in multiple times for possession. The store owner ID'd his mugshot off of a 6-pack. Oddly enough, right before ATF raided his shop, I met Heather.
You did? When?
In Tom's office. She brought him a shirt. He was half undressed. And here's the weird thing. I walked in and he didn't even flinch.
Why would he flinch? You've both moved on.
I would still expect a flinch.
Go get Mad Dog, then we'll talk about Heather. I want details.
Smells like Vinny's having milk for lunch.
Vincent Morello, San Francisco Police. Mr. Morello? Vincent? Oh, this doesn't look good. Jacoby?
Mad Dog's been on a drug binge.
Damn it, he's ODing. Calling him. Come on, Vinny, you don't die without giving me some answers.
What do we got?
30-year-old male meth overdose. He's in lethal arrhythmia, hypertensive, and diaphoretic.
All right, let's check breath sounds, get a monitor in him. All right, draw my labs. I'll take it from here.
Okay, I want this guy, Luke, alive and talking. That's the Bart killer.
Okay, well, Lynn's right now. He's my patient, okay? So just go wait in the chairs.
Did you get anything out of him in the ambulance?
No, he never regained consciousness.
Both need to leave.
We both need to leave.
What side are you on?
Let me get back to you on that one. This is when I called Denise to tell her we got our killer, and she manages to take all the credit.
Remember when I wanted to buy a motorcycle?
Your subconscious post-divorce death wish?
The good ones are expensive, like 30 grand easy. Mad Dog had a brand new bike parked outside his trailer. The thing had to cost way more than what he would have made pawning the stuff he stole from the crime scene.
Meth heads aren't known for their savings. He must have had a windfall. Somebody paid him to commit those murders.
Yeah, one of them, anyway. The other 2 he killed just to spin us sideways, or just because they were there. If Mad Dog dies, we may never know who he was paid to kill or why.
Mad Dog's in capable hands, believe me.
Yeah, Luke is pretty amazing in action. It's kind of sexy, actually. Except for the part when he kept telling me to get lost. No, that was kind of sexy, too.
Yeah, he's great.
You say he's great the way people say green tea is great. Like we're supposed to drink it, but we really want to drink coffee.
Oh, you heard all of that in my voice.
Is there someone else? Someone a little more coffee?
No, this is not about green tea or coffee. I just haven't told him I sleep with a wave machine.
You do know cops are like human lie detectors.
happened once. It's not an affair.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you who.
You're so telling me who.
Hanson.
Ew! Hanson North again? Are you nuts? Luke is crazy about you. He's a crusading doctor that saves lives. Hanson is an arrogant PD who lives to make our lives difficult.
Yeah, I heard you the last 2 times I got involved with him.
And what happened to starting over and clean slate?
That's what I'm doing. Clean slate starts now.
No wonder Denise hates you.
What?
You know about her and Hanson. You don't know about her and Hanson? They got together the first time you split. Or was it the second?
Do you know how I heard about Mad Dog? On the scanner, with every other cop and criminal hobbyist.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by our suspect almost dying on the way here.
You get a solid lead on the killer and it just doesn't come up when we're passing in the hall?
Is this anger I'm detecting in your voice?
You didn't tell me about this guy on purpose. You're withholding.
I didn't tell you because when I walked into your office to tell you, you and Heather were playing dress up and it didn't seem appropriate.
Is Mad Dog our guy or not?
He pulled the trigger.
All right. I'm gonna call Denise and schedule a press conference.
But someone paid him to do it.
You know that.
Call it a strong hunch. And if I'm right, a press conference will send that somebody straight into hiding. Just trust me.
If you can't trust her, trust me, I didn't withhold anything.
No press conference, Tom.
So this is it. The inner sanctum. Can't believe I got in here.
Inner sanctum, hardly. They're just hiding from their bosses.
Not hiding, just seeking shelter from their constant interference. Plus, we'd rather not be seen with you.
I had unis and pawn shops all day. How is it they found nothing, but you managed to find Rodney Boyce's laptop?
Unis were showing the pawn shop guys his mugshot. I, on the other hand, had this. Candid Mad Dog. I figured out that Mad Dog Vinny was Vincent Morello eventually.
When did you go to a biker bar?
I went to 7. They're a little scary. The people are surprisingly helpful once they figure out that you're not a cop. Bikers are not fond of cops. Anyway, one of the bars had that on the wall.
Martha, cut it out.
A little defensive about the dog's affections?
I'm talking about playing with other dogs.
Don't make a person sorry she confided.
Clean slate, got it. Just don't use up all your chances like I did.
Rodney sure wrote a bunch of boring emails. He also watched a lot of YouTube.
Wait, open that one. Right there, discrepancies.
He named a file discrepancies, not very subtle.
Whoa, it's a full rundown of the books of Lazar software. Pretty detailed for a temp. Projected earnings of the last year compared to some other figures, I'm guessing his.
So the numbers weren't adding up for him. He was going to somebody with the information.
Oh, he already went. And whoever he went to didn't like what Rodney found.
Enter Mad Dog. Bet he was supposed to destroy the computer after he killed Rodney.
Never hire a meth head to do a professional hitman's
I
job.
knew that the laptop was important. Otherwise, why would Mad Dog take it and leave behind a BlackBerry and an iPod?
I suddenly became very interested in digital software.
Yeah. You know what? Let's get down there and right. I'll hang. Catch you on the B-side.
Inspectors?
Talk us through this, Mr. Lazar.
Well, let's see. It's, my company's private financial records. How did you get these?
Rodney Boyce's computer. Look closer.
Rodney? I don't understand.
You never mentioned that your company was going public in a few months.
It's a big deal for a family company. Big enough you started cooking the books so you could get a bigger payday?
No, I've always emphasized the fact that our numbers have to be above board, especially now.
Emphasized it to who?
My son, Artie. Grooming him to take over. He runs our accounting team. He would never...
Is him?
Yeah. Bit of a weekend warrior.
You know, I think a little talk with Artie would help us figure all of this out. Artie Jr.'s on his way in.
chips, candy, cupcakes. Is an apple too much to ask for?
Aside from driving his truly obnoxious motorcycle 55 through a school zone, his record is clean.
And here I was hoping he had a prior for solicitation of murder.
Get the dark chocolate. It's healthy.
You realize we've got Jack on this guy.
Well, that's why God invented lying to suspects. That's also why I asked Tom no press conferences about Mad Dog till after we've smoked out whoever hired him to kill Rodney Boyce, i.e. Artie Jr. It'll work.
You always say that.
And I'm always right. Usually. More often than not.
Inspectors. Hey. Need to talk to you. Come on. Please?
I'll pass.
Told your lawyer no deal.
I just want to know what's going on with my brother's killer.
I can't comment on an ongoing investigation.
That's bull.
That's protocol.
Hey, Joe just called. Artie Jr. has entered the building.
When there's news to be had, I'll make sure you have it. It's the best I can do. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lazar.
Artie, please.
We're happy to do anything we can to help find Rodney's killer.
Well, the thing is, I think I'm looking right at him.
I told you, Artie was in Portland on business when the murders happened.
Dad, it's okay. Anyway, didn't you guys already catch the subway killer?
Rodney came to you with his concerns about the discrepancies in your company's finances, didn't he?
Yeah, sure. He came to me. We talked through it. And he knew everything was above board.
No, the only problem with what you're saying is that we got a guy who says you hired him to murder Rodney.
That's ridiculous.
Well, let me guess. Mad Dog. I heard the name on the radio on the way over here. Mad Dog Vincent something, I think. Right? Big press conference. Subway killer apprehended. They said he OD'd, though. Sounds like he won't make it.
You can't trust everything you hear.
Either way, I think we'll head out. Y'all set, Dad?
Still close to home, Artie.
Hey, is that him? You got the guy who killed my brother? Hey, I know it was you who killed my big brother, man. Watch, when I get out, I'm gonna get you, man. I swear I'm gonna get you.
Hey, just take it easy.
Lindsay?
What my partner is trying to say, if she weren't too furious to speak, is that your little press conference just got Artie Lazar off the hook for Rodney Boyce's murder.
How could you?
I didn't. Denise was just filling me in. The call came from on high.
Don't you dare defend this.
Artie heard it all on the radio. He knew Mad Dog was never going to be able to say a word against him.
It's very simple. The mayor heard through the grapevine that we had somebody in custody. He didn't want to sit on it 1 minute longer. I really didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice.
I'm sure you'll make the case another way.
So you can screw it up again.
That is enough, Inspector.
Pardon me?
You cannot, no matter how personally aggrieved you feel, yell at the deputy district attorney in the middle of my bullpen.
Your bullpen?
You heard me.
Excuse me. I was told that you have Noreen's personal effects.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
We will get him someday.
Someday is not good enough. Not a good plan. I can't give a deal to a guy who sprayed my partner and I with bullets.
You said yourself, he was a terrible shot.
That was luck. His intentions were clear.
Look, his brother was getting his life back together. This kid could turn it around, too. Didn't you give me a speech about using up your chances?
It wasn't a speech. It was more of a quip.
Come on. You can still get some good out of this day.
If I see that kid in here for so much as a parking ticket, you're both gonna regret it.
I'll make that clear. This is your lucky day, Alberto. Caught Inspector Boxer in a warm and fuzzy mood.
So, Does that mean I get to go?
There are conditions. First, you're finished with the gang. And believe me, we will follow up on that.
Well, he's gonna need protection.
We can do that. What do you say? Make your brother proud.
Artie. Remember me? Where you going, Holmes, huh? Told you we'd meet again.
Look, I got credit cards, I made scam cards, a little bit of cash. What do you guys want?
I want mi hermano back alive.
I don't know what those cops told you. I didn't even know your brother.
Carlos got his leg blown off, fighting for everybody's right to ride around in big cars and work in fancy offices. He finally gets out of that hole and dies because of you. This is all I got left.
I didn't mean to do anything.
You didn't mean what?
I didn't mean to do anything. I was just supposed to be the one guy. That was the deal, I swear. That guy went nuts. He went nuts. I wanted Rodney Boyce dead. That was the deal.
Let's go.
That was the gig. I'm telling you, your brother wasn't my fault. Please believe me.
Artie Lazar, you are under arrest for the murders of Carlos Fuentes, Rodney Boyce, and Noreen Davenport. Thank you, officer.
You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
You did a good job. You got us everything we need. Isn't that more satisfying than shooting at cops? A lot better at it, anyway.
Whatever.
I think I kind of like this whole clean slate, fresh start thing.
And now is where you want me to tell you it was a good plan.
No. Maybe later.
It was a good plan.
Exam room 3. Insomnia and bouts of withholding. Hey. What's going on?
We closed our case tonight.
Congratulations.
How's Mad Dog?
Oh, remember that poster of your brand on drugs? Yeah. Mm. So, what's with the diagnosis?
I need to tell you something. I'm glad we're together.
Well, I'm glad we're together too, but that can't be keeping you awake.
I wanted to give you this. It's a getaway box. It was a getaway box. Now it's just a box of my stuff that's gonna be in our apartment with all the rest of my stuff.
Getaway box. Let me guess. Getaway box was for a quick getaway if it wasn't working out.
You're kind of smart for a handsome guy.
Tell Heather thanks for dinner.
Streets are dry after that downpour last night. That was heavy, heavy rain flashing across the bay out to
I don't know. I can't talk about sex with Claire or Cindy. Jill, she has sex with anyone that moves. Okay, in your experience, is the third date too soon? I don't know either.
The traffic lights have been turned the wrong direction. So you think you have a green light. In fact, it's red for you.
Death draws a crowd.
They're young. Death is fascinating.
Started out a beautiful morning, but not for him. Colin Morse, 20, still soaked from the rain. 2 shots to the chest between midnight and 2.
He jogs at midnight?
Fieldhouse custodian found him, ID'd him, said he always ran at midnight. And one of the entry wounds has powder burns. Someone put a gun right against this kid's chest and fired.
That's angry.
I'm so over being nostalgic about college. Claire says Pete bought you flowers and dinner at Aqua.
That's scary. He's too wonderful. What's going on?
The dead guy was accused of rape a couple of months ago.
I don't remember the case.
There was no case. They arrested him and a friend. DA never filed.
So the boys just walked.
I guess everyone disagreed about what happened, like whether or not the girl was telling the truth.
Looks like people still disagree. Colin Morse, he's the dead kid. And the girl is? Hammond Kate. Which dorm? All right, thanks.
Now, if you were raped and they didn't charge the guy, how would you feel?
Not angry enough to kill him.
Are you sure?
Please, don't make me talk about that night.
We want to hear your side of what happened.
They raped me. That's my side. It's the most horrible thing ever. It happens to other people, not you. I remember them taking me down the stairs. I remember I didn't want to go, but I was drunk. I couldn't stop them.
We understand the district attorney didn't file charges.
They said I'd have been a bad witness because I was drunk.
Where were you last night, Kate?
Oh, wow. No. You guys think I killed Colin?
We have to ask. What happened to you is horrifying, but...
That night with Colin and Jay, it's not just about what happened or how it happened. It's what you feel every day. And you wonder if you're ever going to stop thinking about it.
You're a strong girl. You'll get through this.
I'm not glad he's dead, but I wanted him alive. I wanted to see Colin pay. Something. Anything. Now I'm not going to get that chance. My parents convinced me to sue them, you know. Make them pay.
We hate to ask. We really do, but where were you last night?
At a dorm party with like 100 people. I'll write down the ones I remember. My friends don't treat me the same way as they used to. Even my parents don't. They don't see me anymore. They just see what happened.
She said she wanted him alive. Did she?
I don't know.
Since when did you walk away from a suspect without an opinion?
I don't have opinions. I have theories.
All right, I'm listening.
One thing I know, whoever shot Colin Morse, it's connected to this rape. I'm gonna talk to this guy she accused, Jay Osborne.
It wasn't rape. Let's be honest. I'm a good-looking guy. I don't have to rape anyone.
I think Kate Hammond would disagree.
Okay, look. Morning after, she's hungover, feeling a little guilty about some of the choices that she made. That gets around, she cries rape. And now look what's happened.
What do you think's happened, Jay?
Colin is my best friend. I mean, was. No one had a reason to kill him. Except...
Kate Hammond.
Rape victim kills rapist, that's the story.
Not yet it isn't. We don't know if she killed him.
Do we think she was raped?
Personally, yeah. She's 18. There's no upside for her unless she's crazy, which she isn't. I read an interview in the campus paper. She doesn't sound like some pathetic creature who needs attention.
Don't bring out the feminist guns.
I'm not a feminist. Maybe I am, but it's not important. Look, the cops interviewed Kate Hammond today. It's all over the net. They're going to be protests about why these boys weren't prosecuted.
There's the story. The DAs didn't do their job.
Really?
You brought it up. I want this on the website today.
Really hope this girl didn't do it. It'll make the DA's office look awful.
Then you better cover your ears. All right, the first one, to the liver. The bullet travels straight. Now, if I walk up to you with a gun, what do you do?
Take out mine.
In this case, you don't have one. You either run or involuntarily back away. He didn't do either. Colin definitely knew his attacker.
So whoever did it shot once, watched him fall, then bent down, put the gun against his chest.
Linz, tell me there's another suspect besides the girl.
Not yet.
You just said whoever shot him. Usually we assume he shot him because it's mostly men. Sometimes we say she if we think it's a woman. You said whoever.
What's wrong with that?
I'm asking you a question, and you know it. Did the girl kill him?
Let's hope not.
If you're thinking there's even a chance that girl did it, don't say it outside this building.
I wouldn't do that anyway.
Jacoby will find out her alibi is good, the search warrant turned up nothing, and we can all move on. How's Pete? Sleep with him yet?
Don't be shy or anything.
Get it over with, you'll feel better.
Joe, have you seen this? Your pal Cindy on the Register's website says if Kate Hammond killed the boy, it's because we didn't do our job.
Probably doesn't say that exactly.
Really? Read the article.
Failure of the justice system, should they have prosecuted?
Cut her off.
This piece is irresponsible. Like some grade B law professor knows how to do my job.
Actually, he teaches at Stanford. Hi. Called you for a comment. You didn't return my call.
Paragraph in, you're saying by not prosecuting Colin Morse, our office got him killed.
If it was Kate Hammond who pulled the trigger.
If she did, it has nothing to do with us. There was no case to prosecute. The rape kit showed no bruising. Kate Hammond, she made out with 5 guys in one night. She drank whiskey out of a shot glass balanced on a boy's crotch. All we had was a rape counselor who believed she was traumatized.
And Kate, you had her testimony.
I don't have to defend this office to you.
The system failed Kate Hammond.
Cindy, even if that was true, and we don't know that it is, it doesn't justify killing the guy.
And did we put her in that position? Sounds terrible, but what was she thinking? Going down to the basement with 2 boys.
Wait a minute.
With her blouse half off.
What are you saying? She was asking for it? That's outrageous.
Okay, enough. Round 1, over. Let's go.
She's way overreacting.
That was fairly strange.
Kate Hammond is a suspect, right?
No comment.
Night, Linz. You okay?
I'm fine.
Hey, you remember the Kendall case?
The security guard who shot the drug dealer for harassing his wife? Yeah, you told me about it on our second date.
One thing I never told you about. We went to arrest Kendall at his house. His kids were playing in the front hall. His wife, toys all over the place. And I looked at him and I knew that this was a decent guy who made one mistake. When he was protecting his wife against garbage, but it was a homicide. Anyway, I went back to my car and I cried, Linz. I sat there alone behind the wheel and I cried. Did what I had to do, but I didn't like doing it. You've been down here for half an hour. It's about the girl.
Yeah, it's about the girl. They raped her. And odds are she killed him. And if she did, I don't want to be the one that puts her away.
If she killed him, do what you do.
Boxer, how was your evening last night?
Good morning. What's that about?
The guys are running a pool on whether you slept with your boyfriend yet.
It's incredibly offensive. Did you pick yes or no?
I only bet on sure things.
Where are we on the girl's alibi?
Well, Kate Hammond went to a dorm party, easily 100 people. We found 41. All of them saw Kate, and our interviews put her there until after 2 a.m.
41 drunk kids is something short of an ironclad alibi.
Well, out of the 41, only 8 really matter. These were taken from 8 kids' cell phones. Each is a photo of Kate. They were all taken before midnight until just after 2. Not more than 19 minutes between any of them.
How far was the party from the track?
Under half a mile.
That's plenty of time to leave the party, kill him, and get back.
There's one minor problem. It was pouring rain. She's not wet in any of those pictures, and her hair's the same. So she has to walk or drive half a mile. If she drives, there can't be any traffic. She has to shoot him, get back, not get her clothes wet or change into identical clothes, and keep her hair dry, and do it all in 19 minutes. It's impossible.
Thought you believed she did it.
I did.
So did I. And all I've been thinking is, if it turns out she killed him, I understand. Somebody laid a hand on my daughter, I'd sure want to go out and shoot him.
Which raises a very interesting question. Kate Hammond's father was on the news this morning. The parents came to town after the rape accusation. And they're here again.
Do you own a gun, Mr. Hammond?
Your neighbors in Phoenix aren't sure when you left town.
I could have killed the little scum, but no. I don't own a gun. I never have.
You know, the death of this young man brought this back for all of us.
We understand.
After the rape, Kate couldn't focus on her classes. She lost her boyfriend from gas stations along the way, in case you need to check.
We're talking to anyone who might have insight into this murder. Katie's boyfriend, Charlie Gifford. He was interviewed at the time of the rape.
Charlie was the strength in Katie's life.
And Charlie couldn't kill anyone, if that's what you mean. You're trying hard with this sensitivity, but you know what? You're full of it.
We're just doing our job, Mr. Hammond.
If you were doing your job, those 2 boys would be in jail.
I loved Kate. She was it for me.
Charlie, you told the original investigators that you were with Kate the night of the rape, but that you left early?
Stupid fight over nothing. About getting a place off campus. Kate was worried I'd get sick of her if we lived together. If I'd stayed that night, the rape would have never happened.
You broke up after that?
It was toxic. She was angry, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, we couldn't even look at each other.
Where were you 2 nights ago?
I was in my room studying. Why? You guys realize what you're doing? Accusing Kate and me? You guys are ruining our lives all over again.
We covered every shooting range in 100 miles. Nobody recognizes Kate or Charlie from their photos. If they got gun savvy, we have no idea how. And Charlie was in his dorm. He swiped his entry card at 9:35. Half a dozen people saw him over the next couple of hours.
You saw the rape file. Charlie feels guilty about leaving Kate at that frat house. If he wanted to kill Colin Morse, he could have done it. He could have found a way to leave his dorm without being seen.
I don't think so. Is Charlie emotionally capable of shooting Colin and bending down, firing into his chest? No.
I'm with you. I don't think the kid has it in him.
Where does that leave us?
Without a suspect.
Linz, you got company.
Hi.
I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to see you. I hope you don't mind.
I'm terribly annoyed you didn't speak with my social secretary.
You want to split a muffin?
Yeah.
We only have another week. I want as much Lindsay time as I can get.
Well, don't go to Phnom Penh and then you can have as much as you like.
I have 10 square miles waiting for the most incredible hotel complex in the world.
San Francisco could use more hotels.
That has occurred to me.
Are you gonna keep bothering my family?
I'm sorry that you think we're bothering you. This is a homicide investigation, Kate. I'm not trying to hurt your family or you.
You pretend like it bothers you to question me and my parents when you're just looking to solve your case. Don't you have any shame?
Let's go, Kate.
If it's any consolation, that wasn't about you.
I'm not so sure. You spend your whole life trying to do the right thing. And sometimes you have to wonder, is doing the right thing to do? What?
Lindsay, I get up every day and have to believe I do what I do better than anyone in the world. It's completely crazy, and I can't help it. But you demand perfection of yourself like no one I have ever seen.
I don't want to be a perfect person.
I know you don't want to be a perfect person. You want to be a perfect cop. And even if you were, Linz, you'd still feel bad right now.
You wanted a suspect? Amateur video hour. You'll love this.
Who's the amateur?
There's two of them. Our victim, Colin Morris, and his pal, Jay Osborne, is the other kid that Kate Hammond is accusing. A couple of our inspectors down in evidence went through the DVDs that we found when we searched Colin's room.
Don't tell me they taped themselves raping her.
No, not that good, but almost.
Then Jay said, I have another bottle in the basement.
Now, that's Colin Morris trying to get his story straight.
No. I was already in the basement, watching the post-game. She invited you to come downstairs.
That's Jay Osborne.
Concentrate.
What are they practicing testimony for the civil suit? They're practicing how to lie.
I took her down there. Okay, listen. She got it now. Listen. You've got to get this right. If we lose this case, we are finished. Me, you, our parents, they're going to clean us out.
Now, Jay wanted Colin to perform better, so he made the disc so Colin could study his mistakes.
Obviously, they lied about the rape, but that doesn't prove anything.
It proves they raped her and were afraid of making mistakes in court.
To you and me, it's not enough for a jury.
They don't say tell a lie. They don't say, no, tell a lie better. They just rehearse.
But you heard what Jay Osborne said. He was afraid his life would be ruined. He was afraid that Colin would blow it on the witness stand. That's a motive for murder. Jill, okay, this isn't evidence of murder, but it's evidence they raped her. Is it enough to pick up Jay and scare him? Jill.
No, it's not enough.
The hell was that?
I owe your neighbors an apology. Martha barked for half an hour when I got here.
Why'd you run out on us?
You know why I snapped at Cindy? It's not her I'm angry at, it's me.
What are you talking about?
2 months ago. The DA's weekly conference, we decide which cases go to the grand jury. Kate Hammond's case came up. Consensus was there was no point going to trial. I said, nothing.
The case was unwinnable based on what you knew at the time.
I forgot she was this little girl who got drunk and didn't know what she was getting into.
You were doing your job.
She wanted to testify. How many women want to face their attackers? I should have stood up for Kate Hammond's right to a day in court. We owed her that. I made a mistake. I'm gonna do everything I can to fix it.
Counselor, what are you doing here at 6 in the morning?
I need a warrant signed, Judge, and you're always in early.
Jay Osborne. The Hammond rape. Search warrant. Huh. Do you really have probable cause for murder?
This one time, if you could do me a favor, I admit it's a stretch. We might get slammed on appeal.
Let him try. I hate rapists.
Do those latex gloves dry out your skin? You can always tell how old a person is by the way that their hands look.
Jay, question. Colin never came home from running the other night, and his room's right next door. Didn't you notice that?
I was asleep. You guys must be really desperate for suspects if you think that I shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. These are my meds for asthma.
Breathe deep.
Hey, you gotta leave me my meds.
There's a drugstore around the corner.
Jay's ticket stubs. First class airfare, ski lift tickets, Aspen and Vail.
Alibi for time of death.
He was asleep. That's why he didn't realize Colin was missing.
Interesting. His meds are the only thing he got excited about. What kind of asthma meds need an eyedropper? Odorless and clear.
What you found was definitely gamma hydroxybutyrate, GHB, date rape drug of choice. Gas chromatography on the left. The liquid you found in Jay Osborne's room on the right. Pharmaceutical quality GHB.
Look close, but not exact.
Why would there be a difference?
Jay's was homemade. Could have whipped it up in a chem lab.
The dead kid, Colin Morse, was a chemical engineering major.
They doped her. They drugged her so she wouldn't resist. No wonder there wasn't any bruising. Not for publication.
Linz, there was no GHB in the blood sample from Kate Hammond's rape kit.
Those boys made it. They used it.
I'll test it again.
Where gotta go?
Now, look at these. This slug came from Colin Morris, and this identical slug was found in the wall after a liquor store shoot-up 3 weeks ago.
So 2 different crimes, same gun. Who was the shooter in the liquor store holdup?
The robbery division suspects a guy named Leon Perker. He's got a sheet full of armed robbery and felony drug sales. Now, the liquor store matched his M.O., but the clerk couldn't ID him. And when they picked up Leon, he didn't have the gun on him.
An armed robber and a drug dealer. Does he shoot a kid on a running track at midnight?
I doubt Leon shot Colin Morris.
So our friend Leon was to sold this gun to someone.
Who used it to kill Colin.
Let's arrest Mr. Parker, and then we roll him and find out who he sold the gun to.
Arrest him for what?
Leon Parker. Boxer, Jacoby, SFPD.
We're looking for a gun, a 38. Sell one recently?
I don't mess with weaponry. Won't you lose Grandpa? Take a seat and 3 of us can have some fun.
Is that so?
You pretty hot for a cop, just like my girl here.
He's right, Rita. You do look good.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah, I know your date. Officer Howe and I work together.
She didn't tell you that when she was buying your smack, did she?
So, Leon, we gonna take you in for a drug felony, or are you gonna tell us who you sold a gun to?
Oh, man.
Don't put your hand on that. I have my hand on mine. He has his hand on his. Come on.
All right, turn around, put your hands on the bar wax.
Leon Parker, you are under arrest for terminal stupidity. You ain't got coffee?
Actually, I flew to Colombia and back for fresh beans. These early morning flights to South America are brutal. Also, breakfast treats for the girl who loves scones. Scones. And a snack for Martha. Yeah, there you go.
She says thanks. And me too, thank you.
You sleep okay? You tossed a lot.
Yeah, I do that. You?
I nodded in and out. You okay with last night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. Why?
Well, when I got here, we were having dinner. You seemed a little nervous.
I haven't felt things like this in a long time.
Me too, totally.
Really?
Yeah, I can get nervous. I don't, like, meet anybody, like this. And then maybe there's always, the first time being here in your apartment.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Yeah, and Martha watching.
And I just come from bringing in a suspect.
I'm sure it's one of the above. Or
all of the above, yeah.
It was so great. I hope it wasn't too soon.
It really was great. And it couldn't be too soon. How much longer could we wait? You're leaving in a week.
Hey, Leon took the deal. We drop the drugs, he goes down for the gun.
And we get a lineup?
5 young men in skull caps. And Leon's description of the young man who bought the gun sounds a lot like Jay Osborne.
You take your time, get it right.
You're not here. It's some sort of trick or something.
No, this is no trick, and don't try one on us.
I got a keen memory. The kid that approached me, none of these are him. No tattoo.
What tattoo?
Spiky fence on the wrist.
Take Leon back to holding.
Kate's ex-boyfriend Charlie has a tattoo on his wrist.
Pick him up.
Heads up, 50 reporters outside. Jay Osborne and his lawyer are holding a press conference in half an hour. It's all over cable news.
We just did the lineup. How'd they get the reporters here so fast?
It's a setup. Jay's lawyer invited them before the lineup. He knew his client was going to walk.
They're making him a victim. They'll say he was accused of rape and murder. Accused twice, innocent twice.
That kind of publicity, Kate Hammond doesn't win her civil suit.
Today's press conference brought to you by Barnum and Bailey.
Anybody bring popcorn?
Ladies and gentlemen, in what anyone would call a travesty of justice.
Go knock him down a peg or two.
Oh, I will bring the heated questions.
Then we'll take questions.
I'm sorry for that poor girl, Kate Hammond. And my friend Colin, who I miss every day.
He's going to miss the next 20 years of his life when we nail him for rape.
Add 5 years for drugging her.
Amen.
We sent 2 guys over to pick up the ex-boyfriend. My stomach could turn if I have to listen to this kid for 1 more minute.
Wait. When did they leave to arrest Charlie?
You raped her, you son of a bitch! Stay out! Stay out!
Jay didn't get hit.
Lindsay!
No.
Sydney!
Cindy, code 33, this is 512, 1025, request medical. Cindy, honey, can you hear me?
Bullet went past the left lung, lodged in the intestine.
Missed the abdominal aorta by what, like 10 millimeters?
Less. Talk about lucky. Aside from blood loss, she's fine. Call if you need me.
Thank you.
I lost my temper with her.
And for reasons we all can understand. Anyway, she wouldn't even be in that bed if we had the right suspect in the first place.
I hate to inform both of you that however much you want to be in control of everything, you're not.
Boxer. Okay, I'll be right there. Charlie has a lawyer. He wants to talk.
Counselor, you don't seem to understand. We're not here to discuss the shooting of Cindy Thomas. We got 50 eyewitnesses who saw him do it.
Our ballistics says the gun used today is the same gun that was used to kill Colin Morris.
My client's gonna tell you everything. Then the DA, who I assume is behind that mirror,
You're about to see this kid hang himself.
lead him out.
All morning, I couldn't stand it. Jay was posting in a chat room. He didn't sign it, but I knew it was him. Talking about how Kate was a liar and a slut, and how she begged them for sex. When I saw on TV about the press conference,
He lost control.
Save it for the jury, Counselor.
So you lost control, Charlie.
they treated Kate like meat. Like she wasn't even human. Telling the cops it was consensual? You know, like she asked to be raped. No one defended Kate. Not the police, not the school, nobody.
So you defended her?
That's right. I shot him. He fell down and I shot him again. I put the gun to his chest. I looked in his eyes and I pulled the trigger.
You didn't have to kill him. Kate was suing. Why'd you get in the way of that?
Because this is all my fault. I should have been there that night with Kate, and none of this would have happened. So it had to be me. It had to be me.
Don't ask me why we're here. I'll tell you when I know.
Look, the kid confessed. They book him, we get a formal confession on tape, we move on. What's wrong with his confession?
I don't know. I do know. We have 2 shootings. One is careful, planned. The second one is so spur of the moment, he didn't even know where to point the gun. I just don't believe the same person is responsible for both shootings.
And he's covering for Kate Hammond? We walked this, Lindsay. There's no way she gets from the party to here and stays dry. If she walks, she's in heavy rain for 15 minutes. You saw those pictures. She's as dry as a good martini.
She found a way to get here and back and stay dry.
How? Was she airlifted? This might be a good time to remind you we have a confession.
What is that?
What?
Look.
At what? An underground steam pipe? There are tons of them. They're about a foot high, and they don't run half a mile between buildings. If you're thinking Kate Hammond crawled through a pipe duct, forget it.
What if it's more than a steam pipe?
Why do you want it to be her?
I don't want it to be her. I just know it is.
And how do you intend to prove it?
I can't. Yet.
My name is Charles Gifford, and I am making this statement on my own free will. I admit that I killed Colin Morse, and I admit that I attempted to kill Jay Osborne.
What's going on?
My actions were
We're recording Charlie's confession. I thought you'd want to watch.
This is about the shooting yesterday?
And Colin's murder. He's confessing to
3 or
both.
4 weeks after what they did to Kate. I was so angry. They raped her.
Why was he doing that?
The law was gonna handle it.
Because he loves you. My guess, he decided to take out Jay and take the rap in one big romantic gesture.
And what they would say to her.
Which would be impressive if he knew how to shoot a gun.
This isn't right.
I know you did it, Kate.
Then you wouldn't let Charlie go to jail, would you?
I know it was you. I just can't prove it.
I told you I was at the party that night.
Yeah, and that was a challenge. How'd you shoot Colin and manage to stay dry? I should have known better, but the 1950s, bomb shelter tunnels, that's way before my time. Even the people that we asked, they didn't even know they were there. But I found a story about them in the college archives, and as it turns out, one of those tunnels goes from the dorm basement straight to the field house.
Why don't you arrest me?
Because all I have is a theory. Charlie's confessed. They finish in there, he goes to prison. It's all over. I know something else about you, Kate. About the night you were raped. You were drugged. Colin and Jay gave you GHB.
But they tested me for that.
The GHB that they gave you didn't show up in the test, but we know that they gave it to you. So, honey, what happened that night was not because you were drunk or irresponsible. You were just unconscious.
Bastards!
Yeah, that's right. And I think anyone would understand you wanting them dead. But, hey, after all the lies that have been told, after all the lies that people have believed, don't you think that it's time that someone started telling the truth?
No one believed me. They thought I wanted this to happen.
How'd you do it that night?
I snuck out of the dorm party and went to the field and shot Colin. Charlie bought me the gun and then he took it from me afterwards. I I thought it'd be enough to sue them. I'm really in deep. Then they sent me something.
What did they send you?
A Valentine. It said, "You will be in our hearts forever." I knew I had to do something.
So you shot Colin.
I sometimes forget how good you are in that room.
Good, huh? Right, I take her in there. I show her Charlie. I make her my friend. Yeah, I'm a good cop, but I sometimes wonder if I'm a good person.
Maybe this will help.
What's this?
An arrest warrant.
You're booking him on rape? It's absurd.
You've got no case.
Shut up, Che.
No, I'm quoting the district attorney.
We had no case until we found GHB in his desk.
The rape kit. There was no GHB in her blood.
No pharmaceutical grade, but the boys made homebrew. Degrades differently, takes a better test.
Which she ran.
And since their homemade stuff has a unique chemical signature, the GHB can be traced to its source.
We can prove you doped Kate up, which corroborates her story.
We're gonna find you a nice little holding cell.
Wait, come on.
Jay, your best friend is dead, and you're going to jail. Do you know why? Because you and Colin decided that if you wanted something, you could just take it. You think about that.
I'm gonna take Mr. Osborne down to booking, get his picture taken.
You know all the fun jobs.
I lost a whole day. I don't remember any of it.
You're on painkillers. You won't remember any of this either.
Try to remember this. I owe you an apology. I was angry at myself and I took it out on you. Thanks.
I'm glad we got that settled. I have to go meet Pete.
I'm gone a whole day and you're still dating.
I know. Today, not promising tomorrow. Night.
I gotta get home and look at homework.
We're still friends. I mean, after the way I insulted you, I'm sorry. Forgiven. If we are friends, do you think you could stay until my parents get here?
Sure.
I can see the light.
I thought we were meeting at the restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't want to wait. I've been thinking too much.
What are you thinking about?
About the fact that I'm leaving in a week and it changes everything.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you think? Should we end it now?
Might be the smart thing. Saves a lot of pain in the end for both of us. And again, nobody's ever called me smart.
Come to think of it, me neither.
And you'll always be free. Now that you're here, want you to
Do you wanna come upstairs? I have some cold pizza in the fridge.
Yeah, can Martha sleep in another room?
Yeah, I'll talk to her. Yeah.
watch and learn now.
The dragon rears.
Keep a weather eye out.
My journey's only beginning. Death without fear.
You know who you're messing with?
I thought Azakana were nothing but children's tales. How wrong I was.
Bring me a real challenge.
When will I know peace?
Such intense emotions, ruined king. A music. Feel my light.
Mama always said I had her temper.
I am the God Killer.